Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Susie Say That. Today's topic is passion will get you in trouble. Yep. Passion will get you in trouble. It's got me in trouble before. I've got angry because passion is a strong emotion that if you don't have it evened out or you don't know how to surpass the emotion, it will get you in trouble. And one of my passions is children. And I've seen the enemy many a times. Even now, he'll try to use those things against me, the passion I have for children. But hey, I'm not going to get in any trouble about it. And when I say I got in trouble about it, I wanted to do some damage at a birthday party for something that happened to my grandson, for this woman. And my grandson, I think, was about 9 years old, and he's artistic. This woman, because her mind is so evil, and I'll say that today, evil, because only an evil person can take an artistic child and another child that has Down syndrome and think something sexual or pleasure is coming from it. And this is what this woman did when all my grandson was doing was trying to take the kid. She's older than my grandson, maybe about 5 years or something. And my grandson was trying to pull her off the trampoline, and he loves a trampoline. He was trying to pull her off the trampoline and made a mistake and pulled her leggings down. And a kid came and told the story about what happened. But if that kid wouldn't have told the story, this mom was going to make up a lie about my grandson. But I tell you this, I was passionate about what happened. I felt that, some other things could have took place, and they didn't call the police. First of all, I wanted the police to be called. That was me, passionate. I wanted the police to be called. Second of all, or I wanted her to get back what she had sent out. She slapped my grandson. It's not he say, she say, because one of the kids came and my cousin was there, and she told the story. She was like, some little kids said that a lady over there slapped the 9-year-old. And I was like, well, who does that? What kind of evil person would slap a child? You got to be something wrong with you if you slap and special one that with special needs. Something's wrong with you. That's what I was thinking in my mind. And I wanted to get it going. I wanted to go over there myself. And I'm being honest with you all, because at that time, my passion, my emotions were not under control. They hadn't been checked like that when it came to a kid. And I wanted to go over there and do some damage to this woman, because the woman was sitting up there and they were laughing, they were talking, and they was acting like hadn't nothing happened. And I was like, this woman done slapped my grandson. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Nobody's gonna call the police or this and that. My daughter took care of it, but not in the way I think that she should have took care of it. I'm gonna say that. Passion, my emotion, felt that she should have did something different. Although she took care of it, she defended her son, I felt that she should have did it my way. Passion, your emotion will get you in trouble. So I went up there because it's a long story. But the point is that I had no idea that they were up there talking about what they was going to do to my daughter, because my daughter confronted it. I didn't know. I just thought they was talking about somebody else, because I was up on the deck with me and my daughter's best friend, and we were just talking and hanging out. And then I was like, who are they talking about over there? They're going to do this and that. I didn't know who they were talking about. So then I was like, let me go down there and find out, because I had some relatives that was at the party and they were new there. So I was like, is they talking about my cousin and them? So I go down there and one of my cousins said, this is what happened. Some lady over there slapped your grandson. I know they told me not to tell you because you're going to go from 0 to 10. That's exactly what I did. I went from 0 to 10. I went up there and I voiced my opinion. I called some names, and I just went from 0 to 10 within that moment. Passion, uncontrolled emotions, because it's a strong emotion. I was at somebody else's house, first of all, and I should have just got in my car and left. That's what I should have did. But my cousin Lisa, had to talk me down. She had to really, she said, look at these people. They want to get you and say you're not who you said you are. She was talking, she said, look at this, who does that? She was explaining it to me in which way I could understand it. She kept saying, look at God. She kept telling me, look at God, look at the enemy, look at this. She kept on talking me down, because when I tell you, I was in an uproar. I was upset. I was angry, and I wanted this lady to pay for what she had did with my grandson. Not tomorrow, not next week. I wanted the police to be called, her to go to jail for slapping my grandson, a child, number one. And I wanted her to go to jail for it, or I wanted my daughter and us to give her what I felt she gave my grandson. Now, was that the wrong way to handle things? Yes, but uncontrolled passion, uncontrolled emotions, and not knowing, why do I get so fired up? I had every right to be fired up because that was my grandson. But to say some things that I said at somebody else's house, because I called the women in the house what I felt they were. That's what I called them. I called them names because I felt that's who they are. So I said those things, even though those things were inside of me. I always felt those things about them, but I had no business of voicing it because I was at somebody else's house. And you know, I was so upset. And as she talked me down, she said, let's get in the car. Let's leave. Cousin Susie, we have to leave. You're so upset. God will take care of it. He's going to take care of that because she did that to a child. He's going to take care of it. Get in the car. Let's go. She had to talk me down. I cried. I cried so bad in that car going home. I cried, I could barely drive. I drove her home first, and I just sit in the car and just cried and cried and cried. And I said, and I begged God, I said, show me, why do I get so overzealous? Why do I get riled up? Why? What's wrong? Why can't I just say, okay, daughter, you take care of this because it ain't been taken care of the way I want to take care of, so I'm going to leave. Why can't I just say it and let my daughter, let it be what it be? I couldn't. I mean, I could have if I'd have known what was going on with my emotion. Why was I so passionate about these things? And the next day, I called the prophetess and I called her so she could counsel me. And I said, listen here, something's wrong with me. I get overzealous. I go from 0 to 10. I said, I need you to counsel me because I need to find out why do I do this. As soon as I said it to her, she told me what was going on with me. As soon as I said it, she said, this is what's going on. But let us go to the Bible. Let us go to get some books and let's read about it. Let's just go over this. Let's go find out what's wrong with you and why does the enemy use your passion to set you off every time when it comes to a kid. There's no voice of reason. She said if your cousin wouldn't have been there, she couldn't have talked you down and it would have been a mess. She wouldn't have talked, she said that's why God allowed her to come for her first time, so that she can be a buffer, so that she can talk you down. And that's what she did. She talked me down. And I tell you, I was angry. And when she said it's time to go, I cried so bad. I cried all the way home and I cried. And the next day I still had to have an interference with one of the women at my own house. Because I had it at her house, okay? But God took care of that too. But at the end of the day, I decided then, at that point, when the counselor, praise God for counselors that'll meet you where you're at, that'll talk to you anytime you need to be talked to. God's women and God's men that's always on deck to bring you to rescue, to bring you out of the mess that you almost got yourself caught up in. Passion can be an uncontrollable emotion. It can get you in trouble, like it almost got me in trouble. Okay? But when I went and got counseling, she told me what that was. I said, okay, I got to do some work now. And she said, we shall. And then I started praying and asking God, what do I need to do here? Because I don't want to ever get myself caught up like this with children. Because, you know, I get passionate. I don't call DCFS on people. I do it all. I mean, I don't care what it is. And I don't care about the loss. I had to call on, I had me some people before. And not just one person. 3 people I done called on, to be exact. To say this is what happened and been a witness to it. But I tell you what, I was passionate about it. And this I do know, passion will get you in trouble. Passion can send you to jail. Passion can send you to death. Being overly passionate with your emotions can get you in big trouble. Can get you in big, as it almost did me. I was passionate about that child. I was passionate about my own. If I'm passionate about somebody else's child, you know these are my grand loves. I'm extra passionate about them. And I was. And I felt like the right thing wasn't done for him. But who am I to say the right thing wasn't done? Because God takes care of business. I didn't have to do it my way. My daughter said she took care of it, and I should have just got in my car and said, I'm leaving, and I won't be back to one of these. So then I had to make a decision. Since children are your passion, and your emotions will go from 0 to 10, you got to take care of things. And I said, God, what should I do? I prayed for months and months and months. What should I do? And I heard God. He didn't sit next to my bed and talk to me, but I heard him in my spirit say, I got to take you away for a season from these parties. You're not going to any parties until I say it's okay. Because number one, it's not safe for you. People are not going to take care of business the way you want business to be taken care of. You want people to call the police on people when they hurt children. That's what you want to happen. And very right so. You want somebody to go to jail if they put their hands on the child. That's what you want. And people are not going to be who you want them to be. And you're going to get yourself in trouble every time you go to the party because the enemy is going to use you. The enemy is going to cause something. Maybe someone going to say something nasty to a child. I don't know. But he's going to use that against you because you have not controlled it. And we got to work on your passion. We got to work on your emotions. We got to work on this. And we did. And we still do. And still, sometimes I feel that when something's going on, even if I'm in the school system, I have to watch myself. If somebody says something wrong to a child, or if they're mean-spirited and stuff, because when I talk, everything's coming from a love place of Jesus Christ. God, everything is. But I know that some people have to be reeled in. Some people have to be taught. Some people have to be trained. They're not going to do things the way that I do things. I had to learn this. Because now in the school system, if somebody elevate their voice at a child, I don't get all riled up. I understand that this is discipline, maybe not my discipline because they're not harming the child, they just elevated their voice. But to me, it sounds like they're yelling and screaming. So that means I still got some work to do. So why do I put myself at parties? And I go to none. I go to no birthday parties where there's children. I don't. Because I say I already know already. I'm still working out that part of thing in my life. I'm working out a lot of things, but that passion, that emotion that gets ridiculous, and I want somebody to go to jail. I want somebody to handle things how I would handle because I don't want no child hurt, and I can see it. Not on my watch. I don't want no children hurt. And children have been hurt on my watch. And one of them got hurt on my watch and almost took me out. That means I got so depressed. I got so sad. I just cried and cried and cried. And an accident happened. And I got sad and sad and sad. And I don't know how to put those emotions in the proper cubicles. And I can get in trouble. So therefore, I had to have some deep counseling from her, the prophetess, and also from God. Both, they went into agreement that I need some help about passion, uncontrollable passion. Passion can get you in trouble. Passion can get you in trouble. If I'm talking to you right now, find you a counselor. Find you somebody that go to church that counsel people in this. Find you to get God in your life. Tell God you're going to need some help, some deliverance. You need to see set free because you're passionate about this. Maybe it's elderly people. Maybe it's disabled people. Maybe it's group homes. Maybe, I don't know what it is for you, but I know what it is for me. It's children. So therefore, I have to check myself all the time. I see a lot of things that I don't like. And I will speak up and go to bat, but I have to do it in the proper way. I got to move Susie out of it and let everyone else do their job and how they do it. And not me trying to do it my way. Because if it was up to me, you hit a child and you're doing stuff, abusing children, I believe you should just go to jail. That's what I believe. Is that right? No, because some people need second chances, third chances, fourth chances. God has given me many chances to overcome things. He's been merciful to me. So I've got to be merciful to those that may not say the right thing or may not do the right thing when it comes to a child. But I can't get myself caught up. And since I know I do get caught up, what do? I separate myself. I don't go to parties for children. Not even my own. Not even my own. Because I know that the enemy is going to bring someone that's worldly, ain't got no sense, to get a rah-rah out of me, because he knows that I'm still working on passion and emotions. And working in the school district, hey, it's a job of itself. I got to have that passion under control when it comes to children. And sometimes I want to say things, but I say, no, that's what they got the social workers for. This is what they got this person for. No, we're going to take it and we're going to have a conversation. But one thing I'm not going to do is take it into my own hand because I'm passionate about it. So we're good in that area when it comes to the school system. And I haven't been to any birthday parties since that happened to my grandson, purposely. And then I did go to a party for my granddaughter and some things happened and I didn't go back to no more of those. I said no, because the enemy they got the enemy in these camps. They got the enemy in these homes, and the enemy is going to use this person to try to bring something up out of me. And I thank God that I understand what that is, because I asked God to let it just cease to dismiss it. Cease it. Don't let it exist within me without me going having to let the enemy rile me up. Let me know what it is before I go into it. That's my prayer. Let me know, God, what this is before I go into it. I don't want to just go into something and I don't know what this is. Rah, rah, rah. I don't want to be rah, rah, rah. I don't want to be like that. I want to know this is what this is when I get around children, special birthday parties and gatherings and stuff. Because I never have the problem if I'm with my grandchildren, but there's no party going on. So I have the most beautiful times. But I have to watch myself when other people come around. Someone had came around not too long ago, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, I guess. And they was like, ain't all kids bad? To me, no, you just insulted a child by saying all kids are bad. Kids ain't bad at all. Kids have to learn where to put that energy at. But if you're going to label them bad, they're going to display bad behaviors. Because you labeled that. You said that. So you're going to say, my kid's bad. Boy, they're going to act bad. I believe we are what we say. If you say a child is bad, they're going to act bad because you labeled them as being bad. What's wrong with busy? No one has taught them yet how to come into themselves, especially when we're talking about 2 years and 3 year, 4 and 5 year olds. I'm talking about babies. Somebody has to teach them. Somebody has to teach them how to get that thing together, how to get in this world and know that they're in his world now and they're not somewhere with Jesus or whatever. You know what I mean? So I had to learn. And I have been. It's been a learning experience for years now. Several years I've been working on my passion for children. And hey, we good. I'm working it out in that school system. I'm learning to mind my own business when it needs to be minded, when they need to, if somebody else takes care of it. I got some pretty good social workers in my school. Praise God. They really are. They get down to the business. They get down to what's going on with their children. They care. They have passion for children, but they've learned to balance it. It ain't all over the place. They don't want everybody that do something to go to jail like me. Okay? So I'm working on that. Passion will get you in trouble. What passion has gotten you in trouble, and what passion keep on getting you in trouble? Because those are signs you need to do something about it. Like it was with me. God was like, okay, now we need to do something about this. Your passion, you want the matrix to happen, you want this to happen, you want people to go to jail, and I may be dealing with these people on second chances, third chances. Yeah, but they hear the child. But if your daughter says she took care of it, what you want to do something else for? You get it? So therefore, I learned through grueling lessons to mind my own business. Not to go where children are being entertained or children, because I know the enemy is going to set something off. Okay? Because these people, everybody ain't like me. Everybody ain't like me. As my granddaughter said, we all grown, but everybody ain't like you. We all grown, but everybody ain't like you. That's what my granddaughter said to me. And it puts me quickly in line. I understand it. So you remember that. What passion that you have is going to get you in trouble. People kill because they had passion. They had no control of their emotion. People harm because they had no control of the emotion. So what passion gets you in trouble? That you can learn how to put it in its proper place, put it in its right cubicle. You can learn that because God let me learn it, but I had to get some counseling. Because I was out there big time. Out there big time about children. And I learned out why my passion for children was that deep. I learned. Good counseling sessions. Good conversations with God. Good biblical scriptures. I learned. And you can learn too. Don't let that passion get you in trouble. Okay? Till next time.